Let me start off by asking you this. Do you have an Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or Facebook? The answer is probably going to be yes. In the textbook Social Networking, Kenneth Partridge states that the social networking site Facebook had about 200 million members as of 2009, and the number of members today have reached over 1 billion. It seems like everyone, in this generation especially, is involved with some type of social media. Don't get me wrong, social media has a massive amount of benefits to our society today. It is beneficial to businesses and makes for easier conversation and faster response. However, social media has a negative effect on people, especially women in our society. Things like unrealistic body types, inappropriate posts and pictures, and negative self-worth all leads to a negative effect on a person's psychological and physical health. The first main point is unrealistic body types. Everyone on social media sites, especially those like Instagram and Twitter, have seen pictures of people, especially women, that look as though they have zero flaws. Their long hair, sun-kissed tan, perfect makeup, and skinny toned bodies are posted everywhere online for people to see. Those photos are the ones with thousands of retweets, favorites, and likes, and comments that say, definition of perfect, goals, or I wish I looked like you. What most people don't realize is that not everybody looks like that. It definitely affects the way people think or about themselves or the way that they think that they look. Actual problems like anorexia, depression, and bulimia stem from these things. According to Newsweek's online website in 2016, it states that 15 to 34-year-old women with anorexia are 18 times more likely to die from suicide compared to the general population of females that age, and 5 times more likely to die than the normal population in general. Those are some scary statistics, and it is even scarier that posts online can influence the number of people with eating disorders and a negative self-esteem. In addition to that, inappropriate posts and pictures are another major concern. The very first thing you were taught when it came to social media was whatever you post online stays there forever, and it is important that what you post is appropriate enough to show your grandparents or parents, because if you wouldn't show it to them, you shouldn't be sharing it with hundreds of others. Young adults and teenagers have grown up with social media, computers, and internet. It is easy to say that the generation nowadays changes their behavior for different situations. Because of this, our generation correlates behavior posted online to their friends and people their own age. And they forget that the public can see it as well. The public is all ages, like their grandparents and parents. They forget that they can see it, they can report it. Some examples of this would be posting pictures of parties with alcohol or even inappropriate and sexual selfies. Jennifer Perry, an internet safety expert from San Diego, California, states that almost everything shared on social networking sites can be dangerous. People put everything on Facebook. It's like a one-stop stalker shop. As scary as that sounds, it's very much true. In the book Online Privacy and Social Media, Carla Mooney states that in 2013, the police department in Rochester began monitoring social media sites. Police posted a picture of a 15-year-old female on an app called Tagged. Immediately after posting it, they got a response from a 43-year-old man. He sent nudes and sexual text messages a week after and was charged with 3 felonies. This just shows you how dangerous and negative social media can be, especially to young females. Predators are using the rising popularity of social media to victimize teens, particularly young women. There are so many benefits to social media, so why people are using it in this way is very immature and disgusting. Mooney also states that in 2011, a New York representative, Anthony Weiner, was forced to resign to the public because he sent inappropriate pictures of himself to women that he didn't even know. Many people look at women as sexual objects instead of people, and that also lowers their self-esteem and creates a whole other issue. The last point is that these issues lead to a negative look on women and their self-worth. Social media makes women look terrible. Selfies that many people post are described as slutty. These pictures are a big issue because they are posted by themselves with their own knowledge. It comes down to attention and what they see others do online. I hope that this doesn't become a social norm that girls post pictures of themselves with cleavage and duck lips on the internet. It is sad that people choose to put themselves out there in that way. And hopefully women are looked at in a more positive way in the near future. In conclusion, social media has a negative effect on females. Their physical and psychological health are affected by things like unrealistic body types, inappropriate posts and pictures, and also not having as much self-worth as they should. I believe that we can fix these things if people just become a little bit more aware of what they post online.